What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm here to bring you start my F1 2019 career mode. Let's get straight into it.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
So here we are, obviously with all the F2 teams. As you heard, you now start off in F2 on F1 2019, and obviously we've got all the teams: Carlin, ART, Dams, Russian Time, MP Motorsport, Campos Racing, Juries, Prima, Arden and Trident. So obviously we're going to start in F2. There is obviously an opportunity to skip it. You can see down at the bottom it says skip feeder series. Personally myself, I was leaning towards Prima or ART, then going to Alfa Romeo. ART, I don't really know why, I'm just drawn to that sort of, I'm just drawn to it. I think it's because I support Lewis Hamilton, and obviously he drove for ART in 2006, won the championship with him, so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for ART, and I believe now we're going to see the driver academy. So obviously we've got Mercedes, who are affiliated with Racing Point and Williams. I'm probably going to carry on for Race Point Force India though. And we have Ferrari, who are affiliated with Alfa Romeo and Haas. We've got Red Bull, who are affiliated with Toro Rosso. Renault and McLaren are associated with nobody, and then obviously you can go without a driver academy. I'm not going to just say who it is right now, I'll let you know at the end, but now let's have a look at the race settings for and gameplay settings, all the assists. So it's going to be full qualifying when we get to Formula 1. It's going to be 25% races. Formation up I'm not going to have on. The difficulty level, that's going to be 95 for F2, and then for Formula 1 it's going to be 101, because F2 I found quite a bit difficult, and it's basically impossible on 101. So 95 is going to be a bit more realistic and achievable, I believe. Obviously gameplay settings, simulation damage, manual race starts and everything like that. The assists, everything is going to be completely off apart from corner lines. That's the only assist we're going to have. And for Singapore I'm going to also have the assisted gears. But now let's get into the first scenario of our F2 career.
ART's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
So now here we are starting obviously the F2 career mode, and the first scenario is in Catalonia, where you have to decide to let your teammate pass, or you go for the attack on Devon Butler. So obviously Devon Butler is our rival and Lukas Weber is our teammate, and I was going to let him pass on the straight, but I ended up making a mistake of locking up my front left into the hairpin, so he got past there. And now we're going to have quite a high battle on our hands to try and stay ahead of Artem Markelov. I believe it's Nick De Vries as well behind him, but yeah, letting Lukas Weber pass is obviously the best decision for the team, because I've got no straight line speed. You can see the lead is built up on us already. I've got literally nothing to fight with here, so it makes sense that Weber goes ahead. And Artem Markelov actually goes for a pass at the inside, and coming to first corner would give him the room, and now we managed to stay ahead. But hopefully what Weber can do is he can just keep moving forward, and he can then hopefully, I pray, overtake a few cars and maybe take the fight to Devon Butler, maybe onto the podium. That's what I'm hoping he can do anyway, but we don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. But nevertheless, we're going to try our best to stay in 6th without our turbo. That is the problem we've got. So let's try and just keep it. As we now skip on to later in the video, later on lap 30, the end of that lap actually, I believe, that coming to lap 36. Lukas Weber is set the fastest lap, and I believe that we're getting just good enough exits off the corners to stay ahead of Markelov and De Vries. As you can see, obviously we had quite a bit of a lead there, and now coming on to the end of that, Lukas Weber actually ended up past his Sergio Camara, and luckily we ended up coming in 6th place. Not the best, but it's good enough for the team. Luckily, I'm quite happy with that, considering the turbo problem. Now having a look at the race results, obviously Devon Butler did win the Grand Prix for Russian time. Alexander Albon came in 3rd for second for Dams. Lando Norris in 4th with Carlin. Lukas Weber, our team, ended up coming in 4th. Looking at the drivers' standings, Devon Butler leads the way, I believe, by 25 points to Weber, and then I'm 32 points behind Butler. And in the team standings, ART, we are in 2nd with Russian time leading, so we're only 3 points behind, so hopefully we can change that fairly soon. And now let's meet the media.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lukas are new to the team. How are you settling in?
So this year I'm doing interviews a little bit different. I'm going to adopt Aaron's approach, and for this one I'm going to say we're settling into the team well.
Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lukas?
Doing about the position up to Lukas Weber, I didn't really want to do it, but I'm going to go with he was obviously faster, there's no point to hold him up.
Great, well that's everything.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
So just met Lukas Weber and Devon Butler, and I can already tell you I hate Devon Butler. Absolutely hate him. So the next scenario, well, I'll let the commentator explain, shall I?
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact. Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
So here we are now for the next scenario. So we have rejoined, I believe it is in about, it's 11th, and we need to try and get ahead of Devon Butler. So obviously we've got quite a few people to pass. Obviously first is Maximilian Günther, I believe it's Günther. I'm going to pronounce it that way, it could be wrong, but no, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. So we've got Maximilian Günther ahead of us, who we need to try and pass. And Devon Butler actually gets a penalty for that collision. So he's got to wait 5 seconds before he goes back, before he gets back on track, before his car is serviced. So now we just need to push as hard as we can to try and overtake him. You see, the two first sectors on lap 37 purple, and we are really behind, close by Maximilian Günther. We're going to up and move into a penultimate corner, which is quite risky. It's not an unusual overtaking opportunity, but we've made it an overtaking opportunity anyway, and moved up into 10th place. Next up is Sergio Settimera, and then it is Devon Butler in the 8th place as we set the fastest lap. So hoping is that we can overtake Sergio Settimera and then overtake Devon Butler before the end of the race. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy because there's obviously only 3 laps left, including this one. And it looks like Günther's going to go up the inside, but he thinks better of it, and we maintain that, and we maintain 10th place. I believe it was Roberto Merri ahead of Devon Butler as well. And now as we are moving on to the final lap of the race, actually, you can see we can see the 3 guys ahead, but we make a mistake, and that is actually when I realised we're not going to be able to overtake Devon Butler, especially maybe and not even Sergio Settimera. Lando Norris wins the race for Carlin, but I did also have a little moment as well. I believe it was a bit earlier in the lap. Roller's back end had to catch it as well, and that also made us lose time. So we didn't have the best last 3 laps, which unfortunately means we cannot overtake and beat Devon Butler in this race. So we'll have to settle for 10th, but we do luckily get an extra point or extra couple of points for the fastest lap. So 10th place, disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. There's still a long time way to go. As we look at the race results, Devon Butler obviously finished in 8th. I finished in 10th, and our teammate Lukas Weber didn't finish down in 15th. So not the best race for anybody, for any of the main people really. Devon Butler continues to lead the way to 21.10 and myself. Norris in 3rd, and Lukas Weber moves down. And to the team standings, we now are leader ahead of Russian time by 22 points. And now let's meet the media once again.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. It seems to me that collision with Devon clearly cost you a lot of time. Are you disappointed with the final?
So obviously the collision with Devon Butler wasn't the best thing. And I said a little yes, but we just look on to the next one.
So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon?
Did I ever think I'd get the place back from Devon Butler? I'm going to say, it was a chance, but the gap going was too large. Saying that me and Lucas are picking up a lot of points, I'm going to go with our results, a reflection of the incredible work the team are doing.
Appreciate your time.
Hey, Devon, stop!
Not now, I'm busy.
Hey, what are you doing out there? Seriously.
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
We saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
Yeah, and I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No, someone could have been hurt.
And that didn't happen, so what's your problem?
My problem is that your actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens, okay? Took my penalty, but I can it focused, kept it smooth, and came out on top. That's racing. Every time I make a tough move. Do you want to play race director? Then quit driving and take the job. Until then, I don't owe you any.
Devon, you don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Look, you grab your space on the track, and then it's all or nothing. That's just how it goes. And anyway, you still couldn't beat me, even with my penalty. So no hard feelings, okay? Not from my end anyway. Chin up.
That just increases my hatred of Devon Butler even more. I really, really hate him. So final race, obviously Devon Butler is ahead due to turns of points, due to number of wins, and let's let the commentators go through the start.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of excitement for the fans, no doubt. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. 2 drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race, tied on points. Both way out in front at the top of the standings. Meaning whichever of these 2 drivers cross the line first will be crowned champion. I can't wait.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then. Good luck.
So there we go. Engineering wants to be F2 champion. No surprise there. But now holding down the clutch, and they were at 5 red lights, and we were held for not that long actually. And we get a fairly decent start. Lando Norris gets a blistering start, and you can see that we go to the outside, and we actually rock up and go off the track, and we start in 8th, and we're now up into 7th place, battling with Lando Norris. We got a warning for 16 track limits. We're down to give place back. We're into P7, so we're starting 8th. So I'm assuming that we won the feature race. This is obviously the sprint race with a reverse grid for the top 8. So that's why I believe we're starting 8th. And all we need to do now, you see Lukas Weber is in 5th, and Devon Butler is in 3rd place. So we need to overtake Lando Norris, Lukas Weber, Alexander Albon, and then we get to Devon Butler to overtake. It's going to be tough, but hopefully we can just overtake him. And coming on to I believe it is the end of lap 1 actually, we go up the inside of Lando Norris at the end of the 2nd straight, leaving him room. And he has to, luckily he concede, and we're now up in 6th place. So we've got 2 more cars separating myself and Devon Butler, and that is our teammate Lukas Weber and Alexander. But hopefully Weber won't put up too much of a fight with us. Then hopefully we can obviously try and win the driver's title to become the F2 World Champion. And now on to the end of the 3rd lap. You can see we're right behind Lukas Weber. Ricardo Toomey's putting up a pretty good fight, to be fair, but obviously this is obviously I'm in the championship fight and he isn't. So we try and go around the outside, but we're just not close enough, and we decide, okay, let's get a good exit here. We've been fast coming down to the chicane all the past 3 laps, and you can see we're very fast this time, and we dive up the inside, gonna give him the room, and we get him in before the 2nd corner there, of the chicane, and go through the hairpin. This is where I've been quite weak, but I've been doing quite well to actually stay. And this time we've also got DRS, which means we can propel ourselves a bit further towards Alexander Albon, and hopefully give us a bit of relief from Lukas Weber as well. So now we just need to overtake Albon, and then we'll be able to get focused on getting past Devon Butler and onto the end of lap 4 now. You see there's Devon Butler and somebody in front of him, and we are right behind Alexander Albon. So again, as we set a fast lap, so we're obviously faster Alexander Albon and everyone else on track at the moment. And I was thinking, right, obviously that he was placing the car very well, and now with 2 laps left, including this one, we're going to try and put the same move on Alexander Albon that we put on our teammate Lukas Weber, and we dive up the inside once again, and we get the pass once again done before the second part of the chicane, going through the hairpin, just trying to get a good exit to get close to try and get ourselves close to Devon Butler. Again, we've got DRS to defend against Alexander Albon and propel ourselves towards Devon Butler in front. It looks like he's had quite a good run there, and Alexander Albon is a bit too close for my liking at the moment, but luckily he doesn't go for a move. But Butler is going for a move on, I believe it is Lukas Weber, and through onto the second straight. Luckily we're going to hit DRS again, as is Devon Butler to try and overtake Lukas Weber as well. And coming through this corner where I passed Lando Norris, has been a bit of a lock-up, and I'm thinking if I can just stay behind here, if they keep battling, there's a chance I may be able to get past. But now coming to the final lap, there wasn't a chance anywhere else on that lap. But now it looks like Devon Butler's going to try again, and he is. And there's a slight lock-up, and I was thinking, just sit back. There might be an opportunity for passes as they go side by side through there. We get a decent exit, and we actually get a very good exit, better than those because they were battling. We get a DRS, as has Devon Butler's trying it past Lukas Weber. So there's a chance for second place here at the moment. And we go, and Devon Butler goes to the left, goes to the outside, I go to the inside. Lose part of my front wing, have to give the place back to Lukas Weber, and as we do so, but luckily we're up in third, and Devon Butler's trying to go around the outside, but we defend. So now it's just about staying ahead of Devon Butler at the moment. It wasn't the cleanest move, but nevertheless we still got ahead. It wasn't. I didn't have much place to go because of Devon Butler and Lukas Weber were right there. And at this point I was thinking, right, it doesn't matter if we get overtaken by Albon, just stay ahead of Devon Butler. Try and stay ahead of Albon obviously, but obviously I slowed down a bit because obviously I want to make all the corners and not make too many mistakes with the damage. And luckily we crossed the line to go on to Cloud 9 because we have just become the F2 World Champion and finish on the podium in doing so as well.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 World Champion.
So here we are now looking at the race results. You see Artem Markelov won for Russian time, Lukas Weber came in second while we came in third. Alexander Albon ended up finishing in fourth ahead of Devon Butler who finished in fifth. Lukas Weber finished in sixth, and you know, it was a pretty decent race. We also got the fastest lap as well, so we get an extra point for that, which is obviously good. And you know, I think I might get a couple of points for Devon Butler finishing in fifth. So that means we are the F2 World Champion with Lukas Weber finishing down there. And looking at the results of the feature race, confirmation we did win that race. And we actually got a fast lap as well, so we do actually. So that's why we started 8th in the reverse grid. And results of the weekend as well. We also were at the top. Looking at the driver standings, we obviously won the F2 World Championship. 6 points, I believe that is of Devon Butler. And in the end, it turns out we absolutely smashed Russian time by 129 points. And let's go to another interview.
First of all, congratulations. You must be thrilled. Wow, you're the driver's champion. How does it feel?
So that's how it feels to be the drivers' champion. I'm going to say it feels great. It's been a tough season, and we showed results that were worth it.
How was the race for you?
The race for us, I'm going to say it was challenging, but the team put together and we got the result.
Wow, we've been hearing rumours about the possible future.
Rumours about future of Formula 1, I'm going to say, I don't like to speculate, but if any of the Formula 1 teams are interested, I'd definitely take the call.
Appreciate your time.
Congratulations, mate. F2 champion.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy it, because it's the last time it'll ever happen.
Devon, it's okay to be upset. You came very close.
Yeah, we know things would have turned out very differently if I didn't get slapped with that ridiculous penalty.
What is it with you and complaining?
Look, somehow you managed to do a lot of things right today. That's great. You needed the win, I didn't. For me, this was always just a stepping stone to F1. Oh, you two. You got your work cut out for you now that I'm gone. See, you're going to have to prove to everyone it was more than just luck that got you here.
Sure. Winning one race is luck. Winning the championship is talent.
Really? Next time you use that incredible talent to ram into someone and steal all their points, remember they won't be as forgiving as I am. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I gotta run. Yeah, things to sign, important paperwork and all that. I'm sure you understand. Ciao!
So, with this big win, you're going to be getting a lot of interest. All I can say is choose wisely, or else you might end up with someone like Devon as your teammate. Come on, let's go celebrate.
So that was our last meeting with Devon Butler and Lukas Weber in this. So now, obviously 2 months later, we won the F2 Championship. We're in London with our agent Emma, and let's see what she has to say.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. Now, as your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula 1 seat.
So now we have to make a team decision, and this is where I'm going to reveal which driver academy I went to. You can see it now, it's coming, and we are going to the McLaren Driver Academy. So obviously that means we are now affiliated with only one team, McLaren, and obviously we've got all the teams available. Obviously there's going to be teams for each, so obviously this McLaren contract, the second driver, 14th above in both the race and qualifying. Team goal is going to be hard, and again, give us a race bonus of level 2 and a pit stop efficiency up with level 1 out of 3. So 10% fast pit stops and a 50% resource points bonus for races. It's it's obviously the best contract I'm going to get from McLaren at the moment. I started, but obviously going to teams like Haas, Alfa Romeo, and Williams especially. They're obviously giving us a bit more perks because obviously they want to persuade us to join their team more. And try and get us up to the top, but we're going to go McLaren.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
Oh, hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to your new team.
So obviously we had John McLaren. Now I decided to go for McLaren because obviously I was thinking about going Alfa Romeo, but Arab did that, so I didn't want to do it. We obviously chose McLaren as our driver academy, so it's only right that we go with McLaren. Having a look at the laptop, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty interesting to see how we're doing on the R&D side of things as well. And our target is to finish, is to achieve 12 championship points, and we get 600 resource points at the end as our team goal. That's going to be pretty tough to do, because obviously we're in a McLaren. It's not the best car in the world. And Lando Norris is our teammate, who's obviously our first rival. I was surprised it was Lando Norris. I expected it to be Carlos Sainz, but I could sort of see it, Lando Norris and myself, two young guns just going for it, trying to do the best and get the team back up to where it should be winning. That's what we want the team to do. And having a look at the R&D tree, we are we've got only Williams, Alfa Romeo and Toro Rosso behind us. I'm not looking at the best at the moment. But having a look at the powertrain, we are the second to last, and so that's not the best in the world. So I'm to have a look at upgrading that. Aerodynamics, not doing too bad with the 5th best team on that, and chassis, we are the 3rd worst team on that. So powertrain and chassis, I believe those are obviously the ones we're going to focus on mainly. But we're going to obviously be really pushing in practice to get these done. And I can also tell you, Lukas Weber, I believe the team he has joined is Toro Rosso, and Devon Butler has joined Racing Point. So that'd be pretty interesting. But that is it for this first video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please hit a big like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you're new for weekly F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter at shadow/82. As always, there is a link to that down in the description. I will see you guys next time.